What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Lobby Podcast. This is Joey. I'm with Paul and Jordan. And sadly, I'm not with the boys today when they moved in to campus. But I am curious, how did everything go, boys? How we sitting back at school?
It was good. At least for me, I moved in yesterday at like when time did I move in, Paul?
You came in at like 9.
I got here pretty late.
I don't know why.
I don't know. I settled in. I got up pretty early this morning. Me and Paulie went to the gym. I had an 8 a.m. class. Got some breakfast. I went to Port Sky. Saw the walk around campus. It was nice. It was nice being back.
It was a good time, Weather was kind of junky, but I will say that Jordan probably has the record for being on campus for maybe an hour and a half, and he already got a parking ticket.
Oh, bro. It was Joey.
Wait, what the hell?
It was bad.
Jordan's already down bad in the semester.
Bro, I was there for like an hour and a half. And
How much was it?
It was only $10 fine because I didn't have my four ways on, which we want to talk about how crazy that is. But so you know how I usually park by the soccer fields, and I walk over to.
I park there all the time too.
They don't shovel those walkways at all because I guess it's just not important. They only shovel the important walkways. Whatever. Besides the point, I had to go around and park in the main lot of Cedar, and I left my car there. I unpacked. I was in my room. I was getting ready to start studying. I had like a test today, or at least I thought I did. No, that's forever canceled. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh my god, I never moved my car, and it had been like at least an hour. It was sitting there for, and I went to get my car, and I was gonna drive back up to Point. And like little and behold, there's a ticket there. But
what did I say to you yesterday? It was like the devil works hard, but campus police works harder or something like that. Like, bro, they knew. They saw Jordan coming up, and they were like, "We're gonna give this kid a ticket tonight, one way or another."
They did not hesitate at all.
Dude, I'm so upset that I wasn't there to live that ticket with you. Wow.
I'm pretty happy you weren't there to live this ticket with me.
some Port Sky blueberry pancakes and a parking ticket. Oh, what a day that would have been for me.
You know what I did? I did realize today that I'm kind of sad about because I like talking to people. I was talking about this with Paul. I like talking to people. I went to Port Sky today. And I wanted to order some buffalo chicken sandwiches. You know how they changed everything from like in person to kiosks. You know what I mean? So if I want to order a sandwich, it has to be via kiosk instead of talking to them. So usually I click buffalo chicken sandwich, and I go to them. And I'm like, hey, just a little bit of ranch on there, and that's all. Like for toppings, yeah, no problem. So I go today. Everything is kiosk. Everything's on like the little tablet thing. Now you have to build your own sandwich, like all the toppings, the ranch, the blue cheese, whatever. Everything's on the kiosk, and like it made me kind of sad. I want to talk to the guy, ask him how his day.
Can you not see the people working back there?
You can.
There's like extra screens now too.
I went to I was like, hey, can I ranch on it? And like some old guy was like you can do it yourself on the kiosk, and he's just like
ripping you.
I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. But yeah, it's code's no joke, and it's kind of unfortunate.
Pretty serious. And the guy behind you, remember when we used to make the egg sandwiches last year? You and I would have that 7 a.m. shift. All right?
Yeah.
And we'd get like the same 4 people who'd be like, can I get double egg, double sausage, whatever it was? Mm-hmm. Well, some guy did double egg and double sausage, and they were like, hey, sorry, buddy, you just can't get double of both. It's just not allowed. And everyone was like, what?
Like, we don't do that anymore.
It's like, God forbid he gets 2 eggs and 2 pieces of sausage. Kid was probably hungry.
Reports guys change.
Everybody's uptight first day, everybody's like, because that was the way it was for because we would always, especially when it was our first day. I don't know if it was like this second semester, because our first day of our second semester, Paul, when we worked at Port Sky, I don't know if you remember this, but that was a Monday shift. Like the first shift we worked was the Monday morning shift. And like, I didn't know how to work breakfast. So I'm sure that's how it was for them. Dude, in 2 weeks, you'll be talking to people saying, can I get like a mountain of ranch or some ranch with my buffalo, whatever, it'll be fine. COVID will disperse just like
a pound of pickles.
Yeah. Somebody can ask for 3 patties and it will be all right. Hopefully, I guess. Because when I get back, I want all the goodies. I want like a chocolate shake, a few breakfast items. Obviously, if it's okay with Jordan's meal plan, considering it was recently changed in favor of Jordan's bank account.
My mom was I was talking to her about it, and because how last semester they had the whole thing where I can change it to almost like a refund kind of for part of my meal plan. She was like, probably do something like that since you're not there on campus the entire time. So I think she's expecting a little bit of a refund, which is whatever. I don't really. But think about it. It's our last semester in Altoona. Nothing's gonna transfer over, bro. If I have extra money, every penny I have left over is going to the common grounds, and I am buying every last thing in that store. I am buying the common grounds out of business. It's gonna be bad.
Oh man! Apparently everybody does that.
Yeah, but it's a smart thing to do. Extra money. What are you gonna do with it?
You don't want your money to go to waste. Can't buy anything else with it. Actually, wait, can't you buy like McDonald's and stuff with it too?
At some places you can, I'm pretty sure, but what are you gonna do?
Is it Lion Cash or is it?
Oh, that's what it is. You can use Line
Oh, but
Cash
you can
like
use
Martin's
meal
and
plan
stuff.
at any Penn State camp. Okay.
But the
Alright.
meal plan is only for
Dude, you can use meal plan at Beaver Stadium. Did I tell you guys about that? When I went to Beaver Stadium for a game with my sister, I spent like $50, $60 of meal plan food on like Beaver Stadium food. Dude, we had like multiple pieces of candy, a full like course meal. Like it was insane. It was probably one of the best. Of course, then COVID hit and we can't even do that anymore. We don't get anything, man.
$17 chicken tender and fry.
So is that what it's like up there still? COVID? Is it worse this semester than it was last semester? COVID restrictions?
Yes. I'd say yes, just because it was the first day. Who knows what it'll be in like a week.
Yeah.
What is today, dude? People are like weird.
Yeah, but I feel like it'll get better though.
Yeah.
Like we're starting the semester off. We want to be a little strict with rules. Like I get that.
Gym was kind of goofy too, not gonna lie.
What was?
Had my mask on, pulled it down below like my nose, and I was getting little stares, here and there. Don't have COVID. Sorry guys, wiped out all my equipment.
That's
but
another thing. I don't know if I talked Paul. I know you got because you mentioned it today. Joey, I literally got my test results for negative 4 days ago. I got tested for Penn State. They asked me to. Penn State has been blowing up my phone, like 6 emails a day, 3 text messages. Like I have to get tested again. I'm like, I just got tested. Is it just me? Are you guys getting like these messages either?
Yeah, I'm getting them too, but I don't know what to do because I'm not there.
Like I already got tested, but now that I'm back, I'm gonna get tested again. And I emailed someone about it, and they responded. And they're like, "Well, if you just got your results, then you're good. You shouldn't have to get tested." I was like, "All right, sounds good," but I'm still getting 17 emails a day.
yeah, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you tell them. You're still gonna get those like automated messages. And you know what? The text messages come from a different number each time. So it's not like you just have like one number who's repeatedly sending you text. You get 4 different messages a day from different numbers. Oh God.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. But other than that, like going back, I think me going back next week, it's gonna be such a breeze, dude. Like all the little first day, opening day kinks and things that are gonna need to be undone. It'll all be good in a week. I'm so excited to just step in. Did I tell you guys why? I think I told you why. I was coming back a week later because people who show up on time, everybody's like, "Oh, hey, like I was expecting you." People who show up a week early, they're like, "Oh, like what's up, man? It's been so long." And then I missed that deadline, and then a week late, everybody's like, "Oh, wow, finally you're here! Like, let's go."
The strangest logic.
Dude,
So I have to be a week late.
your head's so big, it's not gonna fit to the front door when you move back into the apartment.
Joey, you have any in person?
Like, let me tell you.
You have any in person?
I do have in person. Actually, I have an in person with Paul's dad in the art room.
Peter's gonna be like, "Oh, Joey Dixon, where are you at?"
I gotta email him.
He doesn't even care about Zoom. He barely knows how to work Zoom.
Yeah.
Guys, everyone else will be drawing. He's like, "Where's Joey at?" And Chris is gonna be like, "You stayed home."
I went to an in person today, and it wasn't in person. Bro, Joey, I sat outside the physics room for like 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
And I could look at my phone, and I'm like, hey, I might just try to log into Zoom. And then I log in, and she's just teaching.
Were you the only one there?
Yeah. Well, it was me and Bryce. So,
Oh,
Dude,
man.
of course, like first day of in-person classes, PA weather decides to be absolute crap.
yeah, it was pretty
Just like sleet, freezing rain, just gross, dark. Ugh, it was a gross day.
Yeah, it was a
It made
pretty
me
bad
tired
day.
walking outside.
Like the ice storm that was just here a few days ago.
That's
I
you
think
probably
it's
got like
up
the
there.
tail end, whatever that was.
Let me tell you, I almost ended my life today walking down the stairs from like up here, what's it called? At Point. We got to the bottom right where like the sidewalk meets the it's called parking lot. There was just a patch of ice waiting to murder somebody, I promise you. Like, it's bad.
Just sneaking on you.
It's just a singular
Just
patch of
wait
ice,
for it.
and it's going to kill at least 3 people. I promise you that.
This is the worst time to be in
So if
Altoona.
you're listening for that, make sure you're watching out for the ice at the
No,
bottom
please
of the
watch out for
steps.
the ice. It's bad.
Yeah, like
That's
this
what-
whole time period, January, February, and March are just the worst in Altoona. Ice is everywhere. It snows once a day, even when it's not on the weather app. I mean, the snow, and then it hits you in the face because you weren't expecting it, and it's the worst. The weather in Altoona at this time of year is just disgusting, dude. I'm not ready for it.
I had videos of us last year, like coming from McDonald's, running through the snow.
Oh my god.
Or I'm sorry, from Maple through the field. What's it called?
Yeah, like the baseball
fields,
field.
yeah.
Do you guys remember skating on the pond?
Bro, that was so much fun. There was kids out there today, actually. There was 2 kids playing hockey on the pond today. I was frozen over.
Yeah, dude, it's sketch. Imagine taking one like semi-hard fall. Like you just slip. Doesn't matter how good of a skater you are. Like you just kind of like trip yourself up, whatever, this and that, immediately through the ice. Just done so.
So what I know is when I fell in, it was like closer to the heated part, right? So I don't know if the whole thing is ice, like on one side.
Where did he fall in?
Let's go back to that because you need to explain to everybody here what you mean by when
Okay,
I played.
So I was messing around on the side, as you guys know, you were there, or Jordan was there. I was messing around. There's 2 halves of the pond. There's one that's like typically where people play hockey, and then there's one where they keep heated for the ducks. So I walked as close to the heated part as possible. And obviously, like at some point you're gonna fall in because part of it's water because it's heated. So I got as close as I could, and then I felt like just my knees and everything, but like it was ice cold. My shoes were completely soaked, so I sprinted back to the dorm. But my question is for the pond knowers: is that I think the other side is just ice, like the whole top to bottom is just ice
Yeah, I mean,
because it's not deep.
I don't know how much of it's frozen. I mean, it could be. When it gets to like a certain temperature, I'm sure it is. But
Yeah, how cold is it in Altoona?
right now, actually, let me check. I'm kind of curious.
It was like 25 degrees today. Whenever we went to the gym.
Yeah, it's like 27 right now, so it's low.
Yeah, so I would say that I think it's all frozen over because after the snowstorm, especially.
It's supposed to be below freezing for like next week.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely that sucks. Dude.
Yeah, Joey.
This is supposed to
Honestly,
be on Monday.
of all weeks to miss for weather, this would be the best week to do it because you're gonna avoid all the snow and the ice and all the other junk.
I saw on PSU Barstool today. I saw this post that said, "Welcome back, everybody, to in-person classes. I'm glad to have you back on campus." And it was a picture of this guy laying in his bed watching a Zoom class, but just at campus. I don't know. I don't know. I'm back for 2 classes. I'm back for art, which you kind of have to do in person at some point. You need to do art. And then I don't even know what my other class. It's
This class.
It's this class, yeah. And so like part of me understands that we're supposed to be back, but then the other part of me is just like this. It's almost unnecessary for me. I don't know how many people have like all in persons, but for me to go back, I could miss like 2 weeks of school and still probably get my artwork in. We could definitely get the podcast in because at least one of us will always be there to represent our group, and we all have the same grade. You know what I'm saying? So like, who knows? Maybe a little trip.
I will say though, it was nice because when I was walking around today, I was going from math to physics and all that. It was nice to be back on campus.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I do miss first semester was fun, especially when the weather wasn't too cold yet. Walking around campus, I can go to classes, stop at Port Sky, and I was thinking about it today. I never really thought about it, but like this is our last semester at Altoona.
Yeah.
Like we have what 3 months left, and then
it's goofy.
we're never gonna be in Altoona again.
Nope. You know, for better or for worse.
No, for sure.
We had our times here.
For sure.
And we didn't have our times, you know. We didn't have
We
a few,
did.
but we did. It's all right.
For sure. For sure.
Podcast to stay college next year. Podcast to stay college.
Podcast to stay college.
Keep it rolling, you know. If we have a solid like 3 listeners every week, you know what? We'll keep making it for those 3 listeners.
That's 3 more than when we started with, huh?
Exactly. But I do agree with Jordan. I think that today, like in a weird way, I didn't really want to go to class. But then when I was like walking on campus, I was leaving my class. I was like, you know what? I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing other people in person besides like the 10 that I see on like a weekly basis. Even though I didn't talk to any of them, I don't know. I just sat in the back of the class and had my mask on and tried to drink my water without anyone noticing me, you know.
you had a Thon meeting today.
I did, but it was still online.
So how does that work? Like, so we've had, you and I typically FaceTime before we FaceTime before our one class because we need to go over the homework that's due. And then today though, you had a meet. Is this like your first meeting? Like what's going on with Thon in Altoona right now?
We have a meeting every week, but basically this coming weekend is like the big Thon event. Like that's like the dance thing, but they can't have it in person this year. So what they're doing is it's going to be like a virtual event. So like all the like performances and stuff are going to be the same. Everyone's just going to have to like come in on like in like a Zoom room. There's going to be like a special code for it and stuff, and you can look that up online. But this week we were just planning on a couple different things that we're going to do over the weekend, especially for the dancers, which, you know, we'll talk about because it's a surprise come this weekend. But anyone at Altoona listening, sign up for this weekend's events at connect@psu.com. You know, you can kind of look through some of them there, register, because there's like a cap on how many people can go just because of COVID. But it'll be a fun time.
You know, actually, I would have loved to get more invested in fun earlier on. I mean, I guess I'm not too late by any means at all.
No.
But it always interests me. I just never really got into it. I have a lot going on.
Yeah, the last event we did, I'm not sure if it was a fundraiser because it wasn't, but it's just an event for a family where they could see who was all supporting the family or whatever. I actually really did enjoy that. Like that was a lot of fun. And even only because, not only, but one of the main reasons for that is without being in a dorm room, like we're in an apartment, we're kind of locked away. Like we're not seeing too many people interact. Last year in the lobby, the reason that this is the lobby podcast is because the lobby was just legendary. Like we would see people all day. People would be in and out. We'd be like, hey, what's going on? Long time, like whatever. See them the next day. Hey, what's going on? Like, and repeat. You get to know people. I mean, how many new people do we know this year?
Yeah.
Right? Like nobody. Dawn was a great time. Well, unless you're doing like a class, but like nobody, we don't know any of our neighbors. We don't, well, we know them, but that's because we knew them before. We met the people under us, but like COVID, neighbors, not all working out. I think Dawn was a lot of fun. I think it was cool just to see people, you know.
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We absolutely ran Maple Hall last year.
Oh, 100%.
110%. The lobby was our living room. It was a good time.
I would meet people. I met people so often. You know, I was talking to, this is a long time ago. I was talking to Madison one time. She's like, I have a friend. I don't even remember her name, but she's like, yeah, like, because she knows you. I had no idea who this person is. Like, I've never seen her in my entire life. And apparently Madison's like, yeah, like apparently like she said she sees you in the lobby all the time. And like one time I opened the door for her and so because we interacted with so many people.
Everybody, oh, we saw you in Maple last year. Like you were in the lobby.
That's what I'm saying.
How many times have we all heard that? Like
Millions.
something I missed so much.
The kid walked up to us with an ID found on the ground. He thought we were like RAs. Like
that was
And we just went along with it. We were like,
RAs.
yeah, we're RAs right now. Like, let's just go along with it.
we were for the
People would
nighttime.
come back on Friday and Saturday nights from hanging out with their buddies off campus or whatever. And hey guys, lobby people, what's up? And we had so much fun, you know, like stuff like that. And that stuff made my day. Glad COVID ripped that from me.
I got to say the one thing, though, it was a little weird because more than a handful of people would come up to me and they'd be like, wait, you're part of the group that plays Minecraft in the lobby. And that would always kind of like throw me for a loop because I wasn't sure if they were like kind of making fun of me or kind of like, oh, that's pretty sweet. I mean, we enjoyed ourselves, but there was a few people on campus who only saw us as the Minecraft group of people in Maple.
Well, hey, I wouldn't rather any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Let's Play coming soon.
Hey,
maybe. I don't know.
The option's definitely in the air, and I think as soon as I get back, we should all talk about it and consider the following.
All right. Fair
But
enough.
as far as today goes, that is all we have for the Lobby Podcast, episode 3. Check us out on the Collegiate Review website. Check all of our friends out that do articles, blogs. There's a lot of stuff on there. It's all interesting. Thank you all for listening, and tune in next week for more. Peace out, everybody.